Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I don't know why I look like I'm a little dark. Anyway, let me get this thing together. I think that's a little bit better. Hey, welcome to this evening's conversation that we're having. This is Wealth Building Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. So as you jump on, do me a favor, drop your city and your state and let me know where you're tuning in from. Like it and share it and definitely tag somebody. I'm going to give y'all a couple of seconds to do just that. I'm going to give y'all a couple of seconds to tag some people. And I'm going to be doing the same thing, sharing this to some groups and also tagging some people. Once again, my name is Eric McKinley. I'm the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. And tonight you are tuning in to our Wealth Building Wednesday. Tune into our Wealth Building Wednesday. And I thought I'd switch it up a little bit tonight. Thought I'd do something a little bit unconventional. However, I think it's going to be effective. Also, I want to make sure that you all understand the importance of what I'm going to be talking about tonight. So I know everybody's talking about business ownership. Everybody's talking about starting a business and all that stuff. I'm not going to be talking about that specifically tonight. I'm going to share some education with you tonight. Okay. So what I want you to do, like I said, hold on tight, drop your city and your state, like it, share it, tag somebody. And you know what I think I'm going to do? Share this right here, y'all. I'm doing a watch party. Okay. I am doing a watch party. So if you take a look at the picture behind me, there's a young lady that's sitting at her desk. Hey, Miss Bertha, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. All the way out of the DMV. There's a young lady sitting at her desk behind me, and I'm gonna move so you can actually see it, right? She's sitting at her desk or her table, and she's got her laptop, she's on her phone, and she is just as happy as she can be. Now, I wonder why she's so happy. Maybe it's because she figured out something that a lot of us have not figured out quite yet. Maybe that's the reason why. So I want y'all to be just like that young lady, right? I want y'all to be smiling. I want y'all to be happy. I want y'all to be energetic. I want y'all to feel like you're getting something out of what you are doing. I know you probably worked all day, and if you did, hey, I commend you. If you have a business, if you worked 9 to 5 all day and you're tired, I commend you for getting on the call. Let's see what we can do from 5 to 9 for us. Okay, let's see what we can do about that. Like I said, tonight is Wealth Building Wednesday, and I always bring some type of value, some type of information, education. Thanks, Cortina, for jumping on all the way out of Huntsville, Alabama. Some information, some education that's going to put you in a better financial state of mind. I got one more area I want to share this to, because I want to encourage everyone who is not doing what I'm doing right now. I want to encourage you that you need to have something, okay? You need to have something. If you're not doing what I'm doing right now, if you're currently not doing what I'm doing right now, if you're not taking advantage of the huge opportunity that the government has bestowed upon us, then we are losing tens and tens of thousands of dollars. Matter of fact, you know what? We're probably losing about anywhere between $40 to $60 a day if we're not doing what I'm doing. And I'm just going to read this caption really quickly, then we're going to get started. Is your money a little funny? Are you living paycheck? Are you living praycheck to praycheck? Little play on words. Could you use some financial relief? It could be that you're on the wrong side of capitalism. And this is Wealth Building Wednesday. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to increase your cash flow by using strategies. Okay, by using strategies. A lot of this stuff is not going to be taught in a traditional setting. These things are going to be taught as far as you getting professional development, you getting personal development. These are where you're going to learn these things. You're going to have to actually broaden your horizon and stretch your circle. Okay, so if you have already finished sharing this, if you've already finished tagging people, keep on tagging, man. Don't stop. Keep tagging people. Keep tagging. If you're still tagging, keep on going. But if you're ready to get started, I'm ready, and I hope I give you a pretty good delivery, because I want you to understand that we live in the wealthiest country in this world, the wealthiest country, and it's a shame that so many people out there are struggling financially. It's not just a certain ethnic background that's struggling, it's 80% of Americans that are struggling out there. So you got to understand that there's a specific reason why we're sharing this information. It's a specific reason why we're sharing this information. All the way from Hawaii, James Jefferson. Thanks, sir, for jumping on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I have something fantastic that I want to share with you all. Okay. So give me a second and let me share my screen. Make sure I got everything up because I don't think I have everything up. Let me try it again. There we go. Okay. So you should be seeing my screen right now. And what I'm going to be sharing with y'all right now is something really, really simple, but I'm going to break it down to you in the simplest form. Okay. This stuff is not taught in school. And because it's not taught in school, many of us are going to question it. The traditional way of living, we're going to question this. So I want to share this with you so you can understand. So as you see the topic, if you see the topic, the title, Uncle Sam will pay you to run a home-based business. Uncle Sam will pay you to run a home-based business. And if you're just jumping on, my name is Eric McKinley. I'm the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. And I have partnered with a company that has shown me for the last almost 5 years how to not have to go back to work. Yeah. And it's not just about not working, guys. It's about using your money to work for you. So they showed me how to use my money to work for me. So we're going to go ahead and get right to it. What the Social Security Administration has to say about retirement. You see, the Social Security Administration says that out of every 100 people to reach the age of 65, astounding 36 of them die before they're able to draw the benefits. That's sad. 36 of them die before they're able to draw the benefits. Now, 54 out of that 100 are subjected to actually having to live in some type of rest home or depend on their loved ones. Once again, that's an issue, okay? That's an issue because now what happens is while they're depending on their loved ones, they've worked for 20, 30, 40 years of their whole life. And now they're subjected to living with somebody else and depending on someone else to take care of them. 5 of them are still working a full-time job. This is what the Social Security Administration says, not me. 4 of them are stable. They're financially stable. That means that they don't have to go to work. They have money set aside. They probably had enough retirement set up. You know, they probably have the homes paid for. They could be debt free or they may be managing their debt really well. But only 1 out of the 100 to reach the age of 65 is financially free. Now, remember, we live in the wealthiest country in the world. We need to do better with these stats. This is why I'm sharing this information with you. See, the struggle is real for those who are struggling. Once again, the struggle is real for those who are struggling. We live in the wealthiest country. I cannot stop saying that. We live in the wealthiest country in the world. Here's the deal. 80% of working Americans, they live paycheck to paycheck. And for them, the struggle is real. But the truth is, everyone faces the same 5 financial challenges. Whether they're making 4 figures, 5 figures, or even 8 figures. Everybody is facing the same financial challenges. So let's talk about these, okay? And let's talk about this first. Why we even go to work? If there's anybody out there that's looking or listening, tell me, why is it? Drop into the chats. Type into the chats, into the comments. Why is it that we go to work? See, we have to be able to make money to pay for our current situation. Our current situation could be an apartment. It could be a mortgage. It could be a vehicle or, you know, some clothes or, you know, that food or a cell phone or gas for that vehicle. That's our current situation. That's our current lifestyle. We got to have enough money to do that right now. That is real time, okay? That's the present. But think about this. We also go to work, and this is the part that's not discussed. We also go to work so we can continue to enjoy our lives when we no longer want to work or we no longer can work. That's called retirement. See, think about it. Nobody's really preparing us for retirement. I know I was in the military for 22 years, and the only retirement that they spoke of is the government retirement during that time to get their retirement check. But nobody talked about anything else other than going to get a retirement job. And to me, that's an oxymoron. They told me to do my time in the military and I will be able to draw a check. But then they went on to say that, hey, listen, now since you've gotten that check, you're getting this 40 or 50% of your retirement. Now you can go ahead and get another job. Well, that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Why would I put 22 years in one organization? As a matter of fact, it felt more like 40 years because the way they beat us down, the way they actually put the pressure on us, our backs, our joints, the mental pressure, the emotional pressure, not being with our family. Why would I go through that for another 20 years? See, we got to earn enough money so that when we can no longer work, I want y'all to understand this, that we can continue to enjoy life. That means having enough money to retire. And that is just not talked about. That's not talked about. They're saying that we're supposed to retire when we're 65. And for some people, it's going to be 70. Can you imagine someone working while they're 70 years young? There's a lot of people out there that are doing it. And they're doing it because they didn't properly plan before that time. Okay? That's why they're doing it. Like I said, we all face the same financial challenges. We all face the same financial challenges. Nobody is different. Whether you're a multi-millionaire, a billionaire, or you're a thousandaire, everybody is facing the same challenges. The only difference is we look at things differently. We look at money differently. See, imagine if you understood how money worked. Imagine if you could actually decipher the combination and get the key to unlock the so-called secrets to how money works. We'd be able to address all of these challenges with no issues. No issues whatsoever. But because a lot of people don't have the information, and also, you know what? A lot of people are very timid and they're afraid when it comes to money. They're afraid to address the issues that they know some of the issues are there. But let's talk about this first one, inflation. Inflation is basically the rise in the cost of goods and services. What's a good and service? A good and service. A good could be gas. A service could be somebody talking about financial education. It could be somebody talking about healthcare, or it could be somebody talking about retirement. It could be a financial advisor. Inflation doubles approximately every 20 years. So imagine you actually making $20 an hour right now today. And you may be in great health. And you may say, Eric, you know what? I'm 40 years young and I'm going to work for 20 more years. Well, in 20 years, you are earning $40 an hour. But remember what I told you, inflation doubles every 20 years. So did you get a raise or did you just actually keep up with inflation? And to be honest, the way the dollar is going right now is losing value all the time. So we have to find something to combat inflation. That's one of the challenges. Another challenge is high taxes. If you have a job, high taxes, and a business, if you're not properly learning how to legally lower your taxes, high taxes can take approximately 25% to 30% of your income. That's money that you've worked for. That's your money. But because we don't understand the importance of it or how to do it, or how it can positively affect our finances, many of us don't do it. We just go along with what we were taught to do, and we just hope for the best. Debt's another challenge that many of us face, that everybody faces. Whether you're in debt or not, somebody at some point in time had something that was financed that they didn't want to be financed. They had something that they wanted to get rid of. Debt is brought on by high taxes. And just so you know, we lose 25 to 30% of our hard-earned money because we're servicing debt. We're servicing debt. is brought on by high taxes. What do I mean by that? It's real simple. Imagine this. Imagine you earning on your job, you signed a contract that says you're making $50,000 a year. But after high taxes, I'm not even talking about inflation, but after high taxes, you've lost 25% of that $50,000. So now, instead of bringing home $50,000, you just brought home $37,500. Okay. Now that $37,500, you want to go and you want to purchase a vehicle, and you saw a banging car, a banging bad car, and it was $30,000. Well, when you go to the dealership, they're going to ask you for some pay stubs, and on those pay stubs, they're going to have your net and they're going to have your gross. Well, your net is going to be what you're bringing home, but your gross is going to look even grosser after you actually start servicing that debt, because now they're going to finance you. They're going to finance you based off you making $50,000 a year, but you're only bringing home $37,500. So you're already financing debt. That's what I mean by debt is brought on by high taxes, because if you had not been taxed at that 25% of your money, then you probably could have done a little bit better with preparing for a vehicle. Another issue is poor credit. See, once you get into debt, your debt to income ratio is really high. You have a lot of consumer debt, a lot of credit card debt, a lot of vehicle debt. And now what happens is your credit score slowly starts to go down. It slowly starts to go down. And now everything that you go to finance, because you'll still be able to get finance, but you'll just get higher interest rates. Did you know that 68 million Americans have poor credit? Poor credit. And it's where people think that their credit is good. 600 to 649 is considered to be poor credit. These are the same challenges that everybody faces. We just all look at things differently. The last one is big business. See, with the holidays, there's a holiday in every month of the year. I'm not going to go through it, but I am going to remind you that Halloween is right around the corner. And there's stores that open up once a year, probably about 2 weeks to 4 weeks a year, and they make more money than most businesses make all year. Some even 10 years. See, there's a holiday in every month of the year, and big business takes the rest of our money through commercials telling us that we need to buy things to make us feel better, because a lot of it is just guilt spending. These are all the same challenges that everybody faces. It doesn't matter how much money you currently have in your bank account, in your investment account, in your checking account. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your pocket. We all face these same challenges. It's just that we look at these challenges differently. So I'm going to share some things with you that's going to assist you in combating these issues. Because I want you to understand that you can fight this, but you got to have the right tools to fight it with. See, a lot of people talk about budgeting. They talk about cutting back, spending less. But that's only going to get you so far. Money management is actually the key. Money management is the key. What do I mean? See, like I said, you got to have more cash flow. That word cash flow is the amount of money that's left over after all expenses are paid. Financial management is going to allow us to take control of a larger percentage or larger amount of our money. What do I mean? Imagine you having a job. Imagine having a job right now, and you're getting taxed at the highest level. Imagine having a job right now. The IRS says that every time somebody fills out the W-4, that's the form that you fill out telling your job how much money to take out your check and give it to Uncle Sam in taxes. Every time you fill that form out, the IRS says that 80% of the people are filling it out incorrectly. If they can fill that form out correctly, it will stop causing them to overpay, losing hundreds of dollars a month, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars over a career of working a job. That's important. Money management. We're talking about now we're dealing with before tax dollars instead of after tax dollars. Another key is minimizing unnecessary expenses. That's gonna increase your cash flow, hands down. Lowering your taxes and lowering your expenses, that's gonna increase your cash flow. What do I mean about unnecessary expenses? Maybe you like to eat out 5 days a week. Maybe you like to eat out 7 days a week. And instead of eating out 7 days a week, you eat out 3 days a week. It's really unnecessary. You may be in a position to where you work late and you don't want to come home and cook, or you want to eat lunch every day. Try taking some lunch, every other day. That could be an unnecessary expense. That's just one example. There's several out there. Okay, purchasing a phone, excuse me, that you don't need. Purchasing a phone that you don't need, that can be an unnecessary expense. So minimizing your expenses can and will increase our cash flow. So the next one is debt management. Debt management is another important factor in managing our finances. I always talk about debt elimination, but before we can eliminate our debt, we have to know how much cash flow we have left over. And before we can eliminate our debt, we have to take control of it and manage it. See, debt management leads to debt elimination, and debt elimination leads to debt freedom, and then debt freedom increases your cash flow. That's less money going out, more money staying in. And the last thing about money management, because a lot of people like to put this first, is better credit. It's important. It's a huge factor in your finances. See, with education, with credit education, we can learn how to repair. We can learn how to build and maintain our credit. Why do we want to do that? We want to do that so we can stop paying these high interest loans. We can stop paying these high interest credit card debt and vehicle debt. Once we are educated on our credit, now we can actually make better decisions. This is all about money management. Okay, it's all about money management. Now, the next thing is I want to talk to you about is how you get your money, because how we get our money matters. How we get our money matters. See, there's income and then there's revenue. Income, and I had one of my business partners told me, they say, the reason why they call it income, because if you don't go in, it does not come. You have income and you have revenue. Income is taxed at the highest wage earners. Okay, W-2 employees. That income is taxed at the highest rate. It's taxed at the highest rate. Okay, it's taxed at 25 to 33%. Why is that important to know? Because 80% of Americans out there are working a job. Whether you have a business and a job or not, you can still actually lower your taxes. So you have to be careful of that. A wage earner, W-2 employee, is taxed at the highest rate, like I said, 25 to 33%. And they work. And then they get taxed. And then they get to spend their money. I want you to understand something. After they get paid, or before they get paid, somebody's already visited their check. Social Security, Medicare, federal, and state, and then all the other deductions have visited their check. So by the time they get their check, it's looking a little weak. Then you have the business owner. The business owner, 1099. They're taxed at a lower rate, 18 to 23%. Their business works, they pay all of their expenses, and then they're taxed on the money that's left over. Now I'm gonna ask you something. Would you rather be taxed at the highest rate, or would you rather be taxed at a lower rate? It's real simple. It's real simple. You can get taxed at the highest rate and continue to overpay taxes, or you can learn a strategy to legally lower your taxable income and put more of your money into your pocket. Keep more of your money in your pocket. It's real simple. The government will pay you to own and operate a home-based business. Now, there's several businesses that are out there. I'm very partial to my business. I teach a strategy called income shifting, and it is a home-based business Well, you get a website. You get access to record keeping software. You get access to debt elimination software, financial planning tools, investment calculators. You get access to identity theft protection. You get access to all types of things. Everything that a business owner needs, you're going to get access to it. But you have to understand that you're not in business just to make money. You're in business to lower your taxes and to save money. We want to attempt to make a profit. We want to attempt to earn money in business. But I get this, people get this confused all the time. And I get this all the time. They feel like they're not successful if they're not making money in business. But this is the only system and strategy that allows you to make money whether you are making money or not. It allows you to make money whether you are making money or not. Whether you're actually selling a product, whether you actually got a partner joining you in your business, regardless, it allows you to legally lower your taxes. And if I lower my taxes every day, that means I'm saving anywhere between $40 to $60 a day, which means I'm making money every day. I want y'all to understand that. So if you want to get started, guys, starting a home-based business is really simple. It's easy and it's very inexpensive. Now, the business that I'm talking about, I'm going to share it with you. You're going to be able to go and look at it through this link, via this link, okay? Originally, it was $99.95 to get started. And I just want to educate you tonight. I want to share with you how having a home-based business can actually put you in a better financial situation. But for a limited time only, it's only $14.95 to get started. And then 30 days later, it's only $34.95. That's your overhead. Now, understand this. Every business has an overhead. Every business has an overhead. In this instance, your overhead is only going to be $420 per year to show you how to write off $10,000 to $30,000 in qualified tax deductions. If you want to know more, you can simply click on type in the link. I'm saying clicks. Type in the link that says more information. That's www.nationalbb.net/financial freedom roadmap. That's going to give you some more information. If you like what you saw and you're ready to get started, you can simply type in www.nationalbb.net/work from home. You can visit our website. We got lots of free information on there. You see my email and my phone number. Or what you actually can do, if somebody shared this information with you, if somebody tagged you in this, if somebody actually hit you up and said, hey, look at this cool webinar, look at this cool information that one of the business partners are sharing, then get back with them. Get back with them so you can start learning how to leverage the tax system to keep more of your money. See, there's a lot of network marketing companies out there. Lots of ideas about people working from home. People like to bake. People like to sew. People like to make things. And that's cool. But if you don't have a strategy, if you don't have a tax strategy to keep more of your money, then you lose. It doesn't matter whether you're retired. It doesn't matter whether you work in a job and have a business. It doesn't matter if you're on a fixed income. If you're getting disability, there's still ways that you can use this to increase your cash flow so you can keep more of your own money. Some people want to make more money. Some people want to keep more money. Some people want to do both. Me personally, I want to do both. So what I like you to do, like I said, get back with me or get back with the person that invited you to this call so you can start keeping more of your money immediately. My name is Eric McKinley. I'm the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. I hope you got some value out of it. Please don't forget to stay tuned to my channel. I got a lot of hot things going on, and I'll be sharing some more information with you soon. You guys take care, and I'll see y'all at the top because there's too many people struggling at the bottom.